What if I told you that for just over £44,000 you could get a fully loaded all-wheel drive hybrid SUV that comes with sports car acceleration, panoramic sunroof, a luxury interior, all the tech that you need and over 90 miles of pure electric driving? You'd probably be questioning, well, what's the catch? Spoiler alert, there isn't one. Because the UK car market now says hello to the new Omoda 9. Yes, this is the new Omoda 9, a bold hybrid SUV that might just be your next smart buy. And yes, it goes faster from 0 to 60 than a Golf GTI. First impressions? The Omoda 9 looks sharp. It looks futuristic, but not in a try-hard way. It's not over-designed. It's not like some modern cars that look like a side project from NASA trying to break into the automotive world. It still looks like an SUV, but a premium one at that. You have a signature light design. Yes, you could say these side LED headlights kind of are familiar with the Kia Sportage, but I don't think it's in a copycat way. I just think it rounds off this front rather well. But what makes it stand out is this light bar which goes all the way across that Omoda branding on the front. You have a front grille, rather swish, some might say. That's another signature design feature from Omoda. We see this across the Omoda range, and I kind of like how it's a bit sits lower down compared to the likes of the Omoda 5, which kind of goes all the way up along the front. Because of the sheer size of this car, I think to drop it slightly and to add in that light bar with that bold Omoda branding rather makes for a good looking SUV. You also get 20-inch alloy wheels and rather suave pop-out door handles. As for the actual body and its dimensions, it relatively matches those of its competitors with a rather giving wheelbase. An aerodynamic body giving a drag coefficient of 0.3, which to most of us means absolutely nothing, but essentially it helps squeeze more range and efficiency from the system. To put it in simpler terms, it's rather sleek and means it's cheaper to run, and it also looks rather good. And that premium look flows all the way to the rear of the Omoda 9, but what it also does is it adds a sporty SUV element. Yes, this car has sports car style acceleration, 0 to 60 time of just 4.9 seconds, which we'll try out later on the road. But that sporty look comes on the rear bumper with 4 exhausts, which if we actually take a look, I feel like one of them isn't actually exhaust. It's kind of one of them fake ones, which you might be a bit frustrated by. It's not actually quad exhaust, but it still looks good, and to you and me or to the members of the public, they're not really going to know unless they actually go, hang on a minute, oh, it's fake. Doesn't matter to me and you. But you also have that LED light sign which goes all the way along the back. As for boot space, well, that's displayed under that power tailgate, which comes from standard because there is actually only one spec. Now, under here you have 660 litres of boot capacity, perfect for a family on a road trip, perfect for the weekly food shop, or even if you fancy some impulse buys from IKEA. Get a few flat packs in there, jobs are good in. Step inside the interior and wow, this feels like it deserves the price tag, double what it's on the market for. This is a hybrid SUV for less than £45,000. Look across the car market, you're not getting this level of luxury. You get dual 12.3-inch screens, digital dash and infotainment system, which I just think looks seamless along that dashboard. They don't look out of place, they don't look out of touch, and it doesn't look like they've made the interior and gone, quick, we need to get the tech in, throw the screens in. It really complements that almost wooden metallic chrome. I don't know how you describe that material, but all I'd like to say is it looks good. Now, normally I would say it comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard, but the Omoda 9 only actually has one spec, the Noble, again for less than £45,000. So everything you see comes as standard. So you get your wireless CarPlay built-in sat-nav, you actually get heads-up display, wireless phone charger, heated and cooling seats, electronically adjustable seats with 3 safe seat positions. Normally you're lucky to get 2, here you get 3, and plenty of space and storage in this floating center console, which matches the dashboard, so it's all in sync. You get a good amount of storage, cup holders underneath this drawer and a deep pocket down here. Sports style seating which are rather hugging, plenty of cushion and a 14-speaker Sony sound system. So everything about this, including the ambient lighting, I almost forgot to add that in. You get ambient lighting across the doors and across the dashboard. It just feels like luxury. And as posh and as luxury as this interior feels, my favourite aspect of it is actual dials, working buttons within a modern car. Yes, you can change climate controls in your infotainment system, and obviously when it comes to the actual seating, like the heating and cooling, that's all in there, but you've got shortcuts for your AC, change your driving mode in the middle here, change your temperature, your fan speed. That I just love. It could have been so much easier for them to just have that completely flush and just go on, change your climate controls in the infotainment system, drive down the motorway, you're getting a bit hot and you're trying to reach over here. That just makes it, for me, doesn't matter how nice your interior is, if it's too tech forward and you've not got that, it kind of dampens it. What also is housed is your parking camera, which isn't just reversing camera, isn't technically just a 360 parking camera. It's classed as a 540 degree panoramic around view monitor, which when I saw on the Omoda website, it's got 540 degrees. I'm like, how is that possible? But you can see why it's classed as that, because you can, look all the way around, you do bird's eye view. Overall, it's a rather good system. The luxury continues with a powered panoramic sunroof, sports style seats, and air purification to keep things fresh, even if you're doing the football practice pickup. An all-wheel drive system gives you more grip in any weather, and with driving modes like normal, eco, sport, snow, sand and off-road, you're ready for anything from the school run or a long road trip. And you won't be confused as to what driving mode you're currently in. It's displayed on the dash, and the car also shouts at you.
Snow mode, sand mode, off-road mode.
As for the rear seats, well, this is executive lounge level of comfort and luxury. If this was a concert arena, then these wouldn't be the cheap seats right at the back. This would be a VIP box. I mean, the amount of legroom that you get, the amount of stylistic features, which just adds a true premium feel. And the actual build quality does feel good. The seats are rather padded, same style as the front, and the actual finish on the doors with them bold Sony sound speaker, and you do actually get electronically adjustable seats at the rear too, which I feel like it's a bit of a novelty. I feel like you don't get that too often. What is also a bit of a novelty is you actually have two ways to open the door. You've got a little button here, and then you can push it, or you've got a nice little lever here, which do that, and opens up. You also get a multitude of climate controls in the rear seats. You have air vents there, air vent there, and one in the centre, all controlled in the middle, so you can change your fan speed. You've also got heated seats at the back too, so your rear passengers are going to be just as comfy as the front, and especially with that panoramic sunroof, which can actually open. It's not just there for show, it's there for purpose as well. What's also great is because it houses a completely flat floor, the middle passengers still going to have plenty of comfort. 3 kids, 3 adults are going to fit rather comfortably in the back of the Omoda 9, because you get air vents both coming and one straight in the centre. It makes for a rather pleasant car to be in. What's also a bit of a novelty as well, which I quite like, and you kind of see it on some cars but not loads, and I'm always like, why is this kind of housed in? I mean, it could serve a purpose, but if the person in the passenger seat is annoying you, could be a sibling, could be a parent, could be your partner is called shotgun and you're just like, I wanted that seat. Well, you can make their drive a bit uncomfortable by moving their seat all the way forwards, pretty much folding them in half or giving them no leg room at all, and then those become a fight of seat going forwards and backwards. Quite fun. If you're on a long car journey, then it'll give you a bit of entertainment. Now, here's the clever bit when it comes to the new Omoda 9. It's a plug-in hybrid SUV, and under here you have a 1.5 litre turbo engine in that hybrid system. Now, what that hybrid system allows is pure electric driving up to 93 miles, which means that you could easily be doing 2, 3 school trips, work commutes, without using a single drop of petrol. So it always provides the modern way of driving all electric, but without that range anxiety. Now, because of that extensive electric mile range, it means you can actually travel over 700 miles if you have a full tank of petrol and that charge is fully loaded. So imagine 700 miles on a full tank, which means that gone are the days of getting up that extra 10 minutes early to nip to the petrol station before you get to work, or that 5 o'clock rush at the local Shell garage to make sure you get home safe. And I just think for an SUV which provides this amount of luxury, this amount of practicality, for less than £45,000, it almost feels unmatched. Now then, let's talk power, because the Omoda 9 certainly provides it with 619 PS power output, 700 newton meters of torque, and 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. Pretty nippy. You'll look at the size of this car and necessarily think it's going to be quick. But the amount of pulling power you get off the line, you can get onto a roundabout, onto a dual carriageway, no bother at all. It's got really good power behind it. I'm actually pretty impressed, almost taken back by how well that actually moves off the line. It really kicks into gear. And like some hybrid SUVs on the market, especially ones for this side, when you kick into gear and you really sort of want to floor it, it kicks in the petrol engine a bit too soon and you feel like you're over revving, or at least it sounds like you're over revving. This petrol engine doesn't really kick in at all until you've got to the speed that you need to be at. But if Fast and Furious isn't necessarily your thing, then don't worry, you'll still get plenty of enjoyment out of the Omoda 9. Like I keep saying, it doesn't feel premium, it certainly feels a touch of class, a touch of luxury. And that's certainly helped by the actual driving experience. The way the seats hug you, the fact they're electronically adjustable with 3 safe seating positions, you get plenty of safety features like blind spot detection, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and that 540-degree around view monitor. So it's overall a rather safe car. It's just going to make you more relaxed. Even the indicator sound, it's not jarring in any way. It's a nice doo 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 doo. It's just soothing. I just feel like everything about this is just meant to make you enjoy driving the Omoda 9. I mean, it handles good, despite it being a rather large SUV. You know, its size dimensions are pretty competitive when it comes to its market rivals in terms of what this car can provide you. But it doesn't feel like I'm driving a bus or a tank of some sort. Some SUVs out there are almost too large and they kind of feel a bit clunky out on the road. This doesn't. It kind of glides. It feels effortless. It all still feels rather smooth. There's no jarring features. It's not clunky. And the actual cornering, handling, it's good. Now what's interesting about the Omoda 9, which may take you a little bit of getting used to, is the fact that there isn't actually a start-stop button. You might first get in and go, how do I start it? Big C, you get in, put your foot on the brake, all your screens will come on because your engine's kicked in. Now you won't actually be able to select drive or reverse. You put it in and then you try and go and it goes, please fasten your seatbelt. It won't move off until you put your seatbelt on, which I guess for safety, but maybe a little bit of a faff. You know, if you just want to nudge your car, like you might take your seatbelt off, have a look, think, need to straighten it up. You got to put your seatbelt back on to then go, right, straighten it up, done. And then you might be like, get out, oh actually I need to reverse it a bit, got to get back in, put your seatbelt on. I guess for safety, that might be a faff, but once you get used to it, it does just feel like a breeze because you can just walk up to the car, the door handles will pop out, you get in, put your seatbelt on, drive, and you're away. I just think everything about the Omoda 9 kind of has the driver in mind. It's got a bit of power behind it, so you're not going to be sort of nervous about driving it about. It's got your practicality with all your safety features, and it has this level of comfort. For the fact it can provide comfort whilst also a bit of fun and performance, it almost feels like the full package. So then, the new Omoda 9. Is it worth it? Is it the perfect solution for your SUV search? Now it might house a branded badge that you're not familiar with. Omoda are still on the newbies to the UK car market. But what this SUV can provide is over 700-mile range, with that hybrid system allowing 93 miles of pure electric driving, rather rapid acceleration 0 to 60 in just 4.9 seconds, and the interior which really feels like the upper echelons when it comes to SUVs. It feels luxury, not just premium, and not necessarily a luxury price tag, less than £45,000. And in terms of wanting an all-round hybrid SUV, this almost feels it, and you definitely won't feel shortchanged. And if you want to find out more about the Omoda 9 or any of its Omoda counterparts, then contact Ron Brooks Omoda Derby.